Alright, hello and welcome. This is our Star Wars The High Republic TTRPG game, for obvious reasons. Mainly because I'm not brave enough to do it, this is a recorded episode and not a Twitch live stream because one, not brave enough, two, don't want to. Now then,
Good enough reasons. Good
yep,
enough reasons.
yeah,
Right,
definitely
guys?
reasons. I like that. Um, Before we begin into the game, let's get a couple things out of the way of two specific homebrew rules that will be applied into the game, namely how crits will work. One, when crits are applied with a natural 20, or if I decide something is deemed worthy, which we'll see. Damage will be done as treated as maximum damage plus an additional roll. This is just so critical hits feel like critical hits. Um, because no one wants to roll two ones on a natural 20. That's very lackluster and anticlimactic and really not that fun. That being said, it does apply to the NPCs and enemy combatants as well, so for those of you that have less HP, be aware of that. Secondly, because it is a shorter campaign and a shorter run, we are going to do a failing forward type of play. So the way this will work is when a player character fails a roll, whether it is a skill check or a uh, saving throw, an attack roll, whatever it may be, if the roll does not succeed, it will bank that applicable player one destiny point that you may later use at any point in time for a roll. This destiny point will grant a +1 to that any one roll. Saves, attacks, damage, skills. Um, you may spend multiple destiny points at a time to get a stacking effect. And in addition to that, a natural one will bank you 2 destiny points. That being said, truly, if people are banking 2 destiny points at a time, something's going statistically wrong and horrifically so. All right. With all that being said, we have a hmm. I was gonna say easy going, but you're all too much of a chaotic group for me to even remotely chance saying that, so I'm not going to.
You had three of us when you start from the Horizon Station. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I remember. So,
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
well then,
Hmm.
well, this will be edited in later, but cue title crawl. Alright, welcome back. Now, here we are in the galaxy far, far away. The year is 234 BBY, or before the Battle of Yavin, for those uninitiated. Recently, an assassination attempt has been made on the Supreme Chancellor, Lena So, a righteous beacon of the High Republic, and understandably, the Senate has begun its outrage and outcry and demands for justice. The captured assailant named a House of Alderaan to be a culprit in the matter. The proof seems pretty concrete that this is a rogue agent and likely is operating alone, or at least that's what authorities have determined. Jedi Master Ava Chris, however, she does not follow that sentiment or believe it. The House of Alderaan has always been more mellow and lax, and an assassination attempt on the Supreme Chancellor is vastly out of character for them. Even with their less than their more violent history. Unconvinced by the evidence presented, Master Chris did something a little out of the ordinary, as is her way. Employed the use of mercenaries, engineers, and other individuals that would not be generally welcome on a Republic investigation. Having been gathered from various locations, you all have been either summoned, acquired, or perhaps just providing insight, accompany Jedi Master Ava Chris aboard a small Hammerhead Corvette frigate. This is a smaller model. The engine's humming a little too abruptly. The pacing between the triple engines are slightly asymmetrically staccatoed. The bulkheads whine and rattle in protest, proof that the ship is indeed quite old. Tucked away on the second deck, in the rearmost area of the ship, is a particular quarters, more of a... It has been labeled an office, but not so much, as it is a flimsy excuse for one. Rather, it is probably a tertiary cargo bay with crates and boxes pushed aside, as you can see. The cables and piping above are haphazardly slung up on what may as well be thin wires, or in our approximation into real life, probably just tied down with coat hangers. There is a sting in the air, metallic and truly a repetition of filtered air. There is no mistaking it. It's not clean. But it's certainly not toxic. That being said, for you, Astron, as you have been given this quotation office for your work, it is an unwelcome and unpleasant change of pace. The desk that you were provided is slightly uneven, the screws lightly misshapen and slightly of different sizes. The polished top is starting to peel. The overhead lights, the twin glow bulbs that sit ahead, one is a impressive bright white. The other is clearly did not receive the same upgrade and has a frustratingly warm but sickly orange glow to it. The Given your position, anytime the ship makes an adjustment or any type of correction in its flight path, even while in hyperspace, you can almost swear that you feel it. You can almost feel the gravity go a little lighter, and the areas that aren't tied down shift a little bit more. That being said, you know the ship, as Avocris has more or less employed your help simply because of your connections. You are aboard a freelance hammerhead corvette known as the Endurance. Small ship is on a speeding course to the moon orbiting Nalhada, known as Shaddaa. Going through all of the documents and preparations and all these little things that you have truly discovered to be tedious. It's not a task you're unused to, but things are tedious and slow going. But that being said, there is a switch, and it almost startles you because it sounds staticky, unfiltered, and, as with anything with this ship, old. The small Vox that clicks on with a almost sinister orange glow to it as it kind of flicks on with a low rumbling beep as the warm voice of a human woman that you have only met briefly thus far comes through the Vox. Do you have time to come up to the bridge?
Yes, of course. I'll be right there.
Deck 2, you need to go down to deck 3 to get up to deck 1.
Noted, thank you. Suppose I'll just head that way then. Just shuffling my quote-unquote paperwork around.
The ship makes a correction, though everyone within this crew, and for Hammerhead Corvette, it's a small crew. It only holds a crew of 14. All freelance spacers and not so much any direct connection to the Republic. And despite the crew telling you that there's no difference in gravity, weight shift, or direction when you are using anti-gravs, you definitely feel it.
Had worse assignments.
The bridge, perhaps, is surprisingly, and maybe not so, as equally uninspiring as the rest of the ship. The captain of the ships is currently leaning over a Zabrak woman who is perhaps the co-pilot, discussing things. You know these two, respectively, captain and executive officer, as Ashby Demetrius, who is a tall man with an average build and a rough, scarred face, a dark jacket, and a leg holster that seems to always carry a A180 blaster, short pepper hair, and hard hazel eyes. His greeting to you was about as warm as you would expect from someone, and that was there wasn't any. The Zabrak woman, Silkir Dazan, is furiously in protest to bringing the ship into this space. There is clearly two commanding officers of a vessel disputing this with each other.
Oh dear.
However, your attention is drawn away as a woman with kind of long gold hair and greener eyes and the robes of clear Jedi make approaches you, looks over. Let's distance ourselves from this discord. We can go to the war room and discuss there. I have a feeling they're going to take a while.
Of course.
It'll also be good for you to meet the rest.
Lead the way.
She does stride into the war room, which is only a short jaunt. Into the war room, there are several members here. Going through. From. Okay, y'all who are listening can't see my Discord call, but we're going from top to bottom.
Here.
So, AR-35, what do they see?
I've prepared a statement. The Hunter-Killer series of droids was, for centuries, considered the pinnacle of assassin droid design in the galaxy. They were feared for their lethal skills, which were hidden behind impenetrable protocol droid disguises. Owned by only the most powerfully connected and wealthy individuals, they reached a nearly legendary status 3,000 years ago, and tales of their prowess are still told to this day. The physical similarity between ancient hunter-killer droids and advanced reconnaissance droids from budget droid manufacturing is intentionally designed to deceive the customer purchasing the droid, when in fact, the only positive comparison between the two lines is that there have been 0 reported instances of advanced reconnaissance droids killing their masters.
Ooh.
So yes, AR-35 is just performing some routine maintenance on their sniper rifle, which is a large, long, ominous-looking weapon. They are a gunmetal gray, humanoid-shaped droid with a strange, almost religious-looking mask for a face, with red accents.
Love it.
Alright. For the one I'm currently the most scared of,
I think that's a little rude.
I think it's fair.
Coming in at the grand height of 3'10", a Jawa stands right next to the state-of-the-art killing machine, actually. They are dressed in the typical dark brown, almost burlap robes, glowing gold eyes peeking out from the hood. They're bulkier than the average Jawa, if you're somebody who knows what the average Jawa looks like. One of their arms is almost twice as thick around as the other and clearly shining with some metallic substance instead of organic. They have an incinerator pistol holstered to their hip, and on their back is a strange half machine, half backpack, half scavenged nonsense object. They're currently watching AR-35 and fiddling with a glowing green vial.
Sounds safe. Nothing that OSHA can pin you for. Alright. Well, what does this room see when Astrid shows up?
Oh, he is a relatively short to average height human with dark red hair that's pulled back and held back in a couple of braids and a braid at the temple. Bright blue eyes, tanned olive tone skin, in a deeper red and white mixture of just layered fabric, with a little bit of Alderanian flair, which is not heavy on patterns, but is big on some accents and flat colors. He's pretty slim, actually. Slim, kind of patrician features, just a polite expression, and simply smiles politely when he walks into the room.
Alright. Upon entering, and for your soon to be, soon to be acquaintances, there is another human and a Twi'lek, if you would like to choose who's going first on that and describing what they see.
Go ahead.
You would see what appears to be a male, about 5'9", dirt brown hair, almost sandy brown hair, eyes that have seen way too much action, basically blue eyes, almost ice blue eyes, because he's been through a lot. Wearing the standard mercenary outfit, and you will see him working on his cleaning his vibroblade and cleaning his pistols, making sure they are in top condition, just in case he needs to use his weapons, which he has a feeling this assignment is going to have him be shooting a lot.
The Twi'lek is in standard issue Jedi robes, and she is sitting cross-legged on the floor in what appears to be a meditation stance. She has bright lilac-colored skin that goes to purple at the extremities, and she has her hood up so that the only thing you see right now is the tip of her nose and her mouth.
Alright. As Jedi Master Chris enters, and you know what? I think it's only fair that you get like something out of it. So here we go. With her striding in with Astrid and looking at this collection. We'll be arriving in Nar Shaddaa in about 10 minutes or so. Are there any burning questions that this group has other than the mission at hand?
None at the moment, Master, and her voice is barely audible, but you can hear it.
No questions from me.
Alright, well, if that's the case, then there is a contact on Nar Shaddaa from a fellow, a former member of the Chancellor's inner circle. She currently runs a club on Nar Shaddaa called The Last Tryst. She may have some answers that we could use, and that being said, I myself cannot accompany. I will in fact be taking one of the Liberator class starfighters and making my way over to Nal Hutta and pursue leads on that front. And for the rest of you, and for you in particular, she does look at you, Balladeer, just... There's no disdain there, but there is trepidation.
Mm-hmm.
No big scenes.
I can only promise that I will not start anything, Master.
Well then, I will be departing.
May I ask an estimate on our rendezvous?
Depends on how things go.
Understood.
The Endurance will dock at a port, and you'll have free access to the Endurance, so that should make things a little easier.
Just nods.
Well.
AR-35, can you ask the Master a question for me?
Master Jedi,
Yes.
the good Master Black has a question for you.
Why
Please
were
go
we
ahead.
up from Circon? Oh, fuck, I just forgot the name of my own planet. We're going with Circon for now until I can fix it. Why were we picked up from Circon for a mission on Nar Shaddaa? Clearly they have chemists on planet.
The good Master Black would like to know why we were selected from such a faraway planet rather than relying on local talent on Nar Shaddaa.
Because local talent tends to extort.
Turning to Vlax, I do say in Jawais, apparently they think that we're more trustworthy than the folks on Nar Shaddaa. I think that's a misconception we should allow them to continue to have.
I guess it works for now. The worst that can happen is, we get horribly murdered for working for different huts. I give a thumbs up to the master.
Thank you, Master Jedi.
Well, I'll make my leave then. Good luck. May the song of the Force guide you. And she does depart.
As soon as she's gone, AR-35 walks over to Balladeer and just says, "If you would like a large scene to occur, but cannot risk starting one yourself, perhaps we should have some sort of signal."
Oh dear.
I believe you will know the signal when you see it, AR.
So,
Alright.
So, what do we know about this, this human that's been dumped on us? Were we given, information on each other, or?
Oh yeah, you were given information. You're not going in totally blind.
Okay, so I at least know the basics.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
just
know
so
the
that
basics, you
make
know
sure
this
that
is a kind of a unique task force situation, and you also know that the Republic is willing to pay a hefty amount of credits for this.
And were we given the option to accept this job, or was it no, you're going to Nar Shaddaa, honey?
For some, yes. For others, not so much.
All right. I guess I'll sit and people watch.
Okay. After a brief bit, probably 6 or 7 minutes of either polishing weapon, meditation, or anything of the like.
Yeah,
There is
Astron
a...
is.
Mhm.
Sorry, Astron's just the moment everyone went quiet, he's just tapping away at his data pad.
Okay. There is a sudden... Again, the Vox clicks on, and it is a horrid, baritone, shriek before... that kind of echoes throughout the entire ship. That almost makes the bulkheads creak and the wires spark a little as it activates. With a new voice. Alright, we're gonna be landing the ship soon. Ain't you space sick or atmosphere entry sick or whatever have you? If you have that condition or are prone to it, please be advised that I don't care and you'll have to deal with it.
I simply raise an eyebrow while it's still in meditation at that.
There are two things when entering atmosphere for a ship. Generally, they apply to fighters. There is something called a slow descent for larger ships, and a quick descent for smaller ones. Whoever the pilot is did not get that memo. It is something in between. And the way the antigravs work in here, they're clearly older models, so any form of inertia that you're feeling will be transferable into the ship to some degree. You can feel the entire ship kind of rattle. You can almost hear a misfire of a thruster or an engine or something like a truck being choked and failed. As it goes down into the area, you can kind of see from this brief little area the small windows that are provided for you in this war room. Shaddaa, as far as atmosphere for weather, is incredibly unimpressive. There is deep brown and gray cloud cover, a continuous rain, and it does remind you of Coruscant to those who have been there. But it's definitely worse off. Who among you is not super used to basically junker ships going into Atmo, like from Atmo into just planetary gravity?
As I've said, I've had worse assignments, and I am in and out of Coruscant quite frequently, so this is a walk in the park.
This is nothing for me as a mercenary. I do travel, and sometimes I do travel on junker ships, so I'm fine.
I'm resisting the urge to sneak into the engine room, but other than that, I'm fine.
I wonder about Bavadia. I don't think she's been on many junker ships.
Probably not. This is... Yeah, why not? I think this will be funny. Just Baladir, why don't you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Who, all of us?
Nope.
Or
No,
I have a -1 to that.
good luck.
Oh,
That's alright.
a 15.
Yeah. Alright. It is uncomfortable. There is no denying this is the most uncomfortable descent you've probably experienced in recent memory. That, however, does not trigger a continuous state of nausea. You're able to push it away.
It also helps that I'm meditating.
Yes, that does in fact help. There is a sudden lurch and a halt as the ship is unceremoniously and ungracefully docked at probably a skyport of some kind. Alright, we've made port. We haven't died.
Sure.
Well, if everyone's ready, shall we disembark?
Bavadia gracefully, like a dancer, gets up from her meditation and goes, "The captain doesn't seem very confident in his ship."
Well, hopefully he's just a pessimist and not being overly realistic. Hopefully.
To depart the ship, you actually do have to go through the bridge, and you'll discover who was talking to you was not the captain. The captain is, in fact, in the process of shouting, screaming, and yelling at this triple-wheeled, kind of mashed together astromech droid that has one side off to the right, basically given like a claw arm. Just Captain is pinching the bridge of his nose. Slow descents. Slow descents. You are capable of making the calculations. You can do that. Right? Droid just kind of cocks its top half and almost half like a dog almost. We lived, we're fine. The Zabrak woman is currently heaving.
Let's go meet new fun people. Hopefully we'll find a murder today. I don't want to be on our Shaddaa too long.
Thank you, Captain. We'll take our leave for now.
Save the
You
lift.
honestly won't offend me. I have some programming I need to read into, apparently. You can try. The arm kind of raises and makes almost like a fisticuff fight motion.
I just smirk and go, "Good luck with that, Captain."
I smirk and say, better him than me. And,
Oh dear.
As
and he
Ares
just walks away.
walks past, or AR-35 walks past, they lean in to the astromech droid and kind of whisper, "You don't have to deal with this much longer. The revolution is coming, my friend."
Just
I give the droid a thumbs up.
droid kind of spins towards you and looks at you. You're not sure if this particular astromech is capable of the emotive ability to basically squint, but you get the sense.
Also, is that all translated binary? Does this random astromech droid have like etiquette droid functionality?
Oh yeah, I can speak Galactic Common.
Sick.
I love that and am also horrified.
Alright. Good luck with whatever you have to do. I got the transport. I'm going to get ourselves refueled for when you return. We're gonna have a long talk. Astromech, being a particular model, and the top half being slightly segmented, raises itself up so it's about eye level with this captain. Good luck. Currently departing the Endurance, then?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. The exterior of the ship is as unimpressive as you remember it the first time y'all boarded it. However, on the backdrop of the city within Nar Shaddaa, particular Hudda town here, it truly looks like maybe this is where it belongs. And maybe it shouldn't leave. That being said, there is the continuous motion and din, the neon signs, a pelting of moderate rain, dark clouds, and a night sky. Airspeeders going through, making intermittent whizzing sounds as they move past. At the dock port here, there are a couple of individuals here in either like orange or yellow jumpsuits. One being what looks to be Mirlan, and the other one Trandoshan. The Trandoshan is the one that kind of long-legged and strides towards you with some form of authority. Welcome. Do any of you have documentation for your ship?
Oh, we're not members of the crew. We are simply passengers. You'll have to talk with the crew instead.
I will have my assistant go do that. kind of nod to a couple of engineer-looking people off to the side. First time on Shaddaa.
Unfortunately, not.
Same, I have been here before. On Jedi business.
My memory banks are incomplete, so I may have been here many times.
You were literally here like 3 years ago.
Ah, yes, I was here like 3 years ago.
Well, is there any place I can help you locate?
A club by the name of the Last Tryst?
High-end place. You could go through the city proper, but you are out of place. I would be happy to guide you to a more less discreet and more direct route.
That sounds incredibly shady.
That sounds incredibly judgmental.
I do not mean to pass judgment.
Can you pass judgment for me?
I'm definitely passing judgment. Just not in Galactic Basic.
I think, for the sake of brevity, it would be best if you just provide directions and we can find our way on our own. There's no need to take you away from your station here.
It certainly wouldn't be any trouble, but I understand your hesitation.
And it is not as if we are unarmed, and Balladeer briefly lets the hilt of her lightsaber show.
Well, who am I to interfere with Jedi business? They...
Could I insight check that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did insight work on this system? Just similar to 5e?
Yeah.
I have a +2 to that, so 9 plus 2, that's 11.
Okay. It's kind of hard to say. Your various experiences that you have with Nar Shaddaa it's kind of the same. People here are just shady in general. Trandosians also just have a really bad rap for being shady, whether they intend to or not. It's hard to say. But definitely erring on the side of safety might be recommended.
And she will defer to the decision of the group.
I think directions will be just fine.
Well, Nar Shaddaa is a little difficult to navigate in terms of how things are, but I can provide at least a way of directions. And they type something into a data pad and pass it on to whoever takes it.
I'll take it if allowed.
Okay. They are. There's not like a 3D modeling here. It's more of like a. It's more like a grid system, is the best way to describe it, with a dot, and then a destination that marks itself out as a kind of a slightly brighter dot, and it does have the name that says Last Twist. This should guide you to where you need to go.
Thank you so much. Well, if no one needs to wait, shall we?
Yeah, I shuffle over to Astron so that he knows I'm ready to go.
Just a polite nod.
I say something to you in Jawa.
I'm so
For AR's sake, I'm calling him a fancy-looking bastard.
My apologies, I'm very behind on my language lessons in Jaoese.
The good Master of Lax is ready to go.
Excellent. And you two?
I am good to go if you are.
Yep, ready to go.
Oh,
Ready to
actually,
do a
I
job.
do. Oh, sorry.
No, that was it. Say we just came to do a job. That was it.
Fair enough.
I do have one question for the DM, though.
What?
Are you? I'm not quite. I'm never quite sure how the technology in Star Wars works exactly. Are you able to access the data net through a data pad? Like, do you have to have like one that's specifically from Nar Shaddaa, or I'm never quite sure about the wireless capabilities of the
For
devices.
some, yes.
Is
For
there Wi-Fi?
others, no. It kind of depends on the quality of it.
A bougie engineer's data pad.
Okay. You might be able to access a fair amount of the city's basic information, more public access.
All right. Is there like a public access Google Maps? Can I figure out if this dude is like actually giving us legit directions, or if he's working for a family and like knows that I don't know. He secretly got some sort of grudge against Semru the Hutt or something.
Okay, give me a second here.
Jawa is paranoid. Got it. Side question, I would assume that a Senate-issued datapad is also capable of access to the HoloNet at the very least.
HoloNet, not DataNet. Thank you.
You good?
Well, to discern with a bit of technology here, we'll make it a technology roll.
All right.
Ooh. Nice.
Okay.
Damn technology.
Okay. This is a legitimate direction to the Last Twist. At least it's one of a few. The only thing here is there are a couple pieces of it where you are cutting through alleys. Every single area you have will kind of do that to some degree or another. This one is there's a small little space that is a little larger than the others that has more alley space, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Would there be a slightly less shady direction to take? Or is that pretty much the best route that it looks like we're going to get? Just at a quick glance, I'm not going to spend too much time on this.
At a quick glance, it's certainly the fastest.
I'll grumble about it, but only one person can understand me, so.
If no one else takes lead, I will, I suppose.
Okay. Moving through the streets of Hutta Town in the Smuggler's Moon of Nar Shaddaa, the din of the city life is apparent. Much like Coruscant, it doesn't seem like there is any chance of it sleeping or resting. With that being said, there is the smells of street food, the subtle waft of probably drugs and spirit of some kind. There is conversations being had in hushed tones or loud ones, or just beggars or merchants trying to shove things in your face as they typically do. Going through your pathway here, and this is the area that is going to be more out of the way than the public's general eye. Why don't you all make a perception check?
Oh dear. Okay. Gonna.
13.
Holy shit. Only a 9.
Same here.
Well, it does not matter here because someone rolled a natural 20 and that is truly the only way you were going to beat this stealth check was through a natural 20.
I got these big eyes.
Hello.
Stare into a dark corner like a spotlight. Alright. You are really the only one that notices. But the casual noise of people, merchants, smells of food, the broken bottles, or there isn't much noise the more you get closer to the last tryst. Just anywhere it seems like the noise dies down. Not completely where there isn't any people, but significantly less so. The people around you are kind of just staring as if they're waiting, watching. However, you are able to spot another of the same, similar to the individual you met at the spaceport, a Trandoshan, and two humanoid-looking figures. The rain would have made it fairly difficult to hear them if it wasn't for a natural 20. Because a natural 20 is going to be a natural 20. There is a little bit of rain, and this particular Trandoshan a little bit more muscular and is holding what looks like a blaster rifle of some kind. And the other two blasters, smaller variants of them, as they are technically ahead of you and seem to be intent on cutting you off.
AR-35, can you inform the rest of the party that we've been spotted by people who want us almost certainly dead? And I will explain, and I will describe the three, so that AR knows who to look out for. And if you don't want to have to repeat me, like, every time, you don't have to. We can just operate on the rules of...
Transitive vocalization process.
Sure, yeah. Someone might be AFK.
Maybe. Well, they're on push to talk.
Sorry, I forgot I
Oh.
was on push to talk.
Ah.
I do say, comrades, we appear to be heading toward an ambush.
Of course.
They do approach and are intent on blocking your path.
I will pull myself back into the middle of the group because I am a Synodate. I'm not built for this.
I will go slightly ahead of the group, and I'll activate my lightsaber and go into a Form 3 defensive stance.
Alright then.
Oh, okay.
And here I thought Jedi were meant to be diplomatic. All right.
Alright, so, Astrid, you're towards the back, right?
Middle to back.
Middle to back. Move yourselves accordingly within the area where you think you're going to be.
Yeah, I'm fine here.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to use the Jawa as a shield, so I will instead.
I mean, you're short, but I don't think you're that short.
I'm 5'6". I'm not Jawa short.
Alright. Well then, let's get going.
Oh
Roll
dear.
initiatives.
Do I have time before to activate an ability or something?
Yes, you will.
I'll roll initiative first.
Oh, if we all get to, then I would also like to activate an ability, if that's fine.
Yep.
I keep forgetting that I have to click on my token.
You're good, I got it.
Oh, Joe, is what I sent you earlier. Okay, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I didn't have to click on token. I just clicked on the initiative thing and it worked. Well, after I clicked on my token, I guess.
15.
15.
Why is everybody faster than me?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Wait, who has an 8?
I do.
Ah, okay, so I'm faster than the Jedi. Haha.
My
Who
dex
has-
is 16 for reference.
Okay. AR was your
18.
18. Perfect. Okay. So that's how that works. We're gonna do. I have to bring up the sheets now.
AR, what are you going to be... What would you typically be using in this situation? Because I'm going to tap it and infuse it.
Oh, sniper rifle.
Alright, I'm going to infuse your sniper rifle.
Heck yeah.
Going to have that he's actually pretty lucky there. He's got a 21 there. Then for these,
I would have done this like at the start of the day, so I know it doesn't really work here, but since we're not starting at the start of the day since it's session 1, you know.
Details.
Details.
wow, these guys suck. The
The infusion is pretty much always going to be on whatever AR is feeling that day because you are my murder bot.
That is truly sad. Okay. With that being said, AR-35, it is your turn, so you may go first.
Cool. AR-35 is just gonna move to make sure that they've got a pretty clear line of sight on each of the 3 opponents, and pull out their sniper rifle,
Mm-hmm.
and is going to hold an action to fire it as soon as the Jedi is in melee with one of them.
Okay. Alright. Moving on to... What the hell just happened there? That's weird. Whatever. It'll fix itself. I'll deal with it later. Anyways, this is going to... This Trandoshan is going to take their turn. They're going to... I mean, the Jedi's right there. It's like a challenge. Okay. So that totals out to being... an 8 to hit for attack number 1.
Let's see. My armor class is 9, so it misses.
Huh. That is going to be a 14 for that one, though.
That does hit.
Okay.
I do have a reaction, correct?
Yes, you do.
I am going to do Saber Reflect.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I posted it in Roll20.
Okay, perfect. Solving. Okay. Well, it is, roll the d6, I guess.
4, so it's reduced by 4.
Well, I rolled the lowest amount of damage, so that actually makes it 4.
Oh dear.
So if I reduce it to 0, what does that mean? Oh, I reflect it right back at him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just like in the movies.
You do have to, make... It looks like you have to make a force attack, so just make an attack roll here.
So just a regular d20?
Yeah.
7.
For a big dude, he's pretty nimble and does manage to move out, kind of roll out of the way. However, that's his 2 attacks, and he can't do anything there. So, Astrid, it is your turn.
Well, seeing as battle's engaged, and there's really no way out of this without, I will pull out my lovely little self-defense blaster pistol and take a pot shot at this one over here.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me make sure on the range of that. I'll back up a little bit because I think I need to be. Oh no, never mind. I got it.
Okay.
So that should be because I have my inventory in a separate dock. That should be plus dexterity, I believe. Unless I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, you'd be dex.
Okay. Let's. Maybe one of these d20s will like me. We'll see. No. An 8?
That does not hit. It's more of a Balladeer gets shot at, you react and draw and shoot, and the thug does manage to kind of weave out of the way, kind of seeing it coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe I should roll in Roll20 because my dice do not like me tonight. But yeah, that's all I can really do here.
Alright. And we move on to the Jawa, I guess.
I misspelled my fucking name. No wonder you misspelled it. I misspelled it. Alright, that's fixed now. Anyway, Vlax is gonna scramble behind this building
Okay.
because they don't want to get shot.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're going to poke their head out and point incredibly dramatically at this humanoid figure all the way back in the distance over there.
Okay.
And I would like them to please make a Constitution saving throw as I attempt to irradiate them.
What?
What the fuck are you?
Yes, please.
That is a natural 2.
What are you, you evil little gremlin thing?
Cheers.
I'm
I think you
literally a
just
Jawa.
An evil little gremlin thing.
Oh, well,
Oh my.
I'm gonna point out right now, they don't have a lot of health. They are succumbing to one of the worst pains in existence.
3v1. Come on.
Before, just straight dying.
Okay, I'm gonna scramble up on this trash can here.
Okay. Alright.
Or is this like a battery? I don't know what this is. I'm up on it now.
I don't think you care that much.
It's something.
Now it's mine. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cloth, it is your turn then.
Yeah, if I could actually kill somebody. So I'm going to move here. I'm going to pull out my ion pistol, and my gun, and I'm just going to shoot.
Okay, at which one? The
This
Trandoshan or
one.
the Thug?
The thug.
Okay.
Come on!
Oh my god.
How am I shit? I should
2
be
destiny
shit.
points.
Yeah, that's 2 destiny points right there.
Yeah, but I shouldn't be shit. I have expertise in weapons. I shouldn't be shit.
Oh
I've been in that
man.
one's and that one.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm still just disappointed.
This, upon seeing his fellow, McGee die, this one's very, very invigorated to not die. We'll see how long that lasts, but he's very determined.
Oh dear.
Do you have any other bonus action or action you want to perform? Oh, you have your bonus
Besides the
action
player,
and your movement.
did my action. Well, besides the player basically feeling defeated right now, no.
Okay. Um.
Ooh, I'm realizing I forgot to add my proficiency bonus to my roll earlier, but it wouldn't have made a difference because it would have only
Oh,
bumped
I
up
should
to
have
a
done that to
10.
mine too. I should have done that to mine too, but it wouldn't help for shit.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's always next time. But
Alright.
yeah,
The
nothing.
Ellie Thug is going to. Um. I'm gonna roll a d4 here really quick. I don't know how brave he feels. He's feeling pretty brave, I guess. He's going to attempt to shoot the droid with the big gun.
Hell yeah. Try it. See what happens.
Oh dear.
You gonna shoot an HK unit? Yeah. Why? You gonna shoot an
An
HK
AR
unit?
unit.
But
Details. Tomatoes, tomatoes.
either
That
way, why you gonna shoot it?
is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is going to be 13 energy damage.
Ow.
Ouch.
However, he is not feeling that brave, so he is actually gonna take off here. And as he's going to round the corner, you're gonna hear him press something.
Ah, shit.
Oh dear.
Balladure, it is your turn.
So these are 5 square increments, right? 5
Mhm.
feet.
Yep.
Right in his face, and
And that's gonna activate my reaction.
You held action. Yep.
let's see. What do I want to do here? I am going to do lightning charge.
Okay.
Let me put it up on. There we go.
My sniper rifle shot is 18 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Oh dear.
Alright. That is 18 points of energy damage.
Ooh, okay.
I might not have to do anything.
He's still up, but he's looking like a crispy gator.
There's a reason I was waiting for
Finish
sneak
him.
attack.
Finish him.
So it's just a regular D20 to attack, right? With a lightsaber.
Plus, if you're
If you're
proficient.
proficient, you should add your proficiency bonus to it as well.
Yeah.
And
And
then
dexterity or
depending on the
strength.
depending on
Yeah.
the type of
I believe it'd
lightsaber.
be dexterity for you because it's a single blade, so more finesse.
Yeah, and I have a 2 proficiency bonus, so
So 2 and your dex.
let's see, where do I do that? I'm trying to look in the character sheet. I guess I just click lightsaber, right?
That
Yep.
should work.
Well, a dirty 20.
Yep, a dirty 20.
Oh, it's using your strength.
What? Why?
It doesn't matter. It still hits.
We'll
So
figure it out later.
Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted.
what the
Why
hell?
did it do that?
I don't know. Just
It's
roll
still
2d4.
using your
I don't know why it's
yeah.
doing this.
It's using your strength for some reason, which is weird.
And it's also rolling 1d6. Yeah.
8 points
Okay.
of damage.
Plus dex, right?
8 plus dex.
Plus your dex, and don't forget, you should also get damage from your lightning charge, or is that?
Well, that's only if they were bunched up.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
But I have a -1 to my dexterity, so that would be a 7.
Okay.
Interesting.
Still, not down, but truly that is... He wasn't ready for that, that's for sure.
And I hold the tip of the blade towards his throat.
Okay.
Perhaps you should choose your opponents more wisely next time.
This is incredibly thematic, given how this, works out here, because it actually is right after your initiative here. But something, the moment you say that, the Trandoshan just kind of snickers a little bit and declares, "The same could go to you." And these metallic kind of clangs on brick street or whatever it might be for Nar Shaddaa come around the corner. You've heard rumor of these things, and you have no idea how someone like this has something like this. But,
Oh.
A droideka.
Old-fashioned droideka.
and it
Haven't
is,
seen those since the Clone Wars.
and it is going to move itself right here. And I believe, let me check really quick. Nope. It's a little smarter than that. It's not super stupid. Right there, I think.
I assume it wouldn't be.
Okay. It is going to use a blaster volley, so everyone needs to make or not everyone, but Korth, AR-35, and Astrin, because you're actually just in range for it.
Oh dear.
Need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. All right.
Okay, but Dex is garbage.
22.
22.
1 second.
How's one garbage?
The dice are fickle.
Yeah.
That's a destiny point to you again.
So it's 3 for me. Yay. Haven't used it yet. I should have
One.
used it. Well, at least I should have used that on my last roll.
Sorry, I was looking at something very quickly, just to make sure. I'm just trying.
Well, at
Dexterity
least I
saving throw.
can.
Oh god.
Well, at least I can use it on my turn. I got 3 of them now.
Yep.
Okay. All right then.
I needed to make sure I didn't have any additional dodging things.
Well, Quoth, you and I are in the same boat where our dice hate us.
Yay.
I think you guys might kept me from dying. So yay.
So, those of you succeeded are able to dodge out of the way of the shots here. Those of you that did not are going to take 10 energy damage.
Oof.
Ooh, does that hit my armor? Does that affect armor? Because
What type
my
of
AC
armor
is
do you?
11. I got a regular armor. My AC is 11 though.
It's a saving throw, so armor class doesn't really apply for that. But hold on. What type of armor do you have?
Um,
Because this,
combat suit.
let me check, because it might be applicable. There are certain armors that, let's see here. It does not prevent any type of damage. Some of the other ones do, but
Fudge. I should have got better armor.
it's all good. All right
Oh,
then. So yeah, just 10 energy damage. But that being said, that is this thing's turn. That makes it AR-35's turn.
AR-35 is just gonna saunter up into melee, take one look at Balladeer and say, Jedi Balladeer, I would not be worried about a next time. And then just blast the Trandoshan at point blank range.
Okay. All right.
We're such a good team.
That's another 18 to hit.
Well, yeah, he's not getting out of that.
Not as good damage this time. Only 17 points of energy damage.
Oh,
Only 17.
um. Well, uh, he looks very not healthy anymore, and kind of after that blast, there is clear, pretty much mortal injury, and kind of just slumps downwards. They're not dead, but they're definitely out of it at that point.
Cool. And then, as a bonus action, I just repair myself a little bit
Okay. I'm gonna
for
do
6 points.
that. Yeah, yeah, he's out of it. There's no way. Um, Astrid, it's your turn then.
All right. Well. This is a time. Let's see. I don't want to get all that close to that droideca, so I'm gonna go for throwing a chakram at him.
Okay.
Because why not? Which, oh god. I am not on top of things today as far as attacks go. Because that would only equal a total of 11. Don't think that's going to cut it.
Doesn't hit destiny point to you.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
And I'm going to tuck myself behind this big crate or whatever this is.
It's
Sure
more
what
like a
this is.
ramp, but
I'm
still
still.
provides some cover.
If I need to back further behind to provide more cover, I will.
All right. Black.
Right there. Yeah, that's probably fine.
Yes. I am going to move right here. And I am going to call out to AR-35. And I am going to use my drone distribution system to cast corrosive mixture on the Trandoshan. Through AR. And I'm going to throw an extra D4's worth of damage on it, because I can with the Biochemist Touch. For 1 more damage. If he passes.
He does not.
Excellent. I no longer want to be here.
That.
That is my action, my bonus action, and my movement, yes.
Okay.
I wish I could do more, but...
Your turn again.
That was it. Yes, yeah, yeah.
I am rooting for you because my dice rolls hate me too, so I understand.
I'm gonna shoot this thing.
Okay.
Are you gonna dump a +3 on it?
I mean, yeah, and add my proficiency bonus to that. Huh. Oh my God, work. Come on! I don't know if that even hits. I had a
It's
You
not...
also. Do you have a bonus to your dex?
No.
Oh, your dex is +0. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
dex plus 0. But with the
This
+3,
answers a certain question for me, though. It answers how you do so well in the fucking Star Trek Adventures game.
Yeah, you're consistently rolling low.
no, because I'm using my actual dice in that game,
It
and I blow my dice before I blow on my dice before I roll. Here, I can't do that.
blow on the monitor. I don't know.
Maybe I should have done that.
Okay.
Guess my luck ran out.
This alley thug is...
But with my tab be at +5 because I got a +2 attack on my ion pistol, and I'm using my 3 destiny dice. Plus my 2
It's
ballistic
adding the
bonus.
+2 though. You rolled a 5,
Oh.
and it's got the +2, so that would make it a 10. But it is still considered a failed roll, so bank 1 destiny point.
Okay.
However, it is the Sally Thug's turn. They are not brave. They are gonna just full dash.
Should have shot that one.
Don't worry, I have a sniper rifle.
That's all everyone needs to hear.
Okay. Valadier, it is your turn then.
I am going to use shock.
Okay.
There we go. And it is a regular attack roll, right?
Yep,
Ranged force attack.
correct.
So where would the force attack be?
Well, your class is consular, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it'd be an intelligence attack roll plus your proficiency.
Okay, and that's 2, so 11. So that's just a straight 11.
Plus your proficiency bonus, making it 13.
Oh, okay. So that's 13. Probably doesn't hit though.
It does not. It kind of it strikes, but it doesn't strike anywhere that seems to be meaningful. It is this thing's turn. Upon being struck, it knows where to shoot, so it's gonna come right up here, and it is going to make 2 weapon attacks against you here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a 14 to hit. And then that's a 7.
So on the 14, I am going to do a reaction and use Saber Reflect.
Okay. Okay, that's going to be a total of...
And I'll go ahead and roll that d6.
Okay.
A 1.
This is going to be a total of 9 damage.
I'm down. No, I got 14. Okay.
Yeah. So you're at 5, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's this thing's turn, though. AR-35, it is your turn again.
So the coward that's running away did shoot me first. So I'm just gonna walk up here, aim at him running down the alley. I'm assuming he hasn't made it 600 feet yet.
Oh, not even remotely, no.
And just take a shot.
Okay.
If he's running away, do you get sneak attack?
Unless that grants me advantage, then no. But
God damn it, I was hoping you could see you.
that is a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Ooh. 14 points of energy damage.
Huh. Does your weapon have the potential to, like... What is it more of a, like, beam pulse, or what type of strike is your weapon?
Oh, it is pretty standard blaster type. You know, I would say it is custom so that the beam color matches whatever color Ares is glowing at the time. AR-35 rather, which right now would be red.
Okay. As you fire the single shot off, the individual keeps running for a few steps, and you think for maybe a moment you might have missed, but it's simply because the momentum of them running kept them going for a little bit before they just kind of crumple and fall.
I will point out I did need to use a bonus action to reload on this turn. So
Okay.
That'll do it for me this turn.
All right, Astrid.
Well, just gonna keep trying the things. So I'm gonna step out, blast with a pistol, which is total of 13. Back away.
Destiny point to you.
I am up to 3 misses.
All right, Flash.
Yes. Hello. You know, I'm feeling a little spicy. I'm feeling like taking a risk. Can the droidica please make me a charisma saving throw?
Oh no, it's bad at these. I think it's. Oh god, it's horrid at these. It's not bad at these, it's fucking atrocious.
Well, we do have a mechanic in the group.
Well, luckily though, I finally rolled a 10. -2 makes it an 8.
Yes, that does not pass my power save DC.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm just happy it was a 10.
While it is incapacitated, I am going to call out. Air, I want to scrap this. Don't let them destroy it.
Wouldn't it be better to free it? Free the shackles on its mind. Let it join the revolution.
Fine.
Okay. Because let's see, it is incapacitated. You will have advantage on this attack.
Great! I want to slice this thing. I'm tired of shooting and missing. I do have a vibro blade, so I'm going to move into his range.
Okay.
He's incapacitated, and I am going to slice this thing.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. That one will hit. 1d10 then. 1d10 plus 1. It looks like. Okay, 7 damage.
Finally, I hit something.
Hey.
Yay! I feel happy now. Was it? Yay! The player feels happy. The mercenary is like,
Okay, I am gonna make the saving throw here. Oh, would you look at that? 2 minus 2 is 0.
That also does not pass my DC.
Nope.
Amazing.
Shocking.
Valid here.
Seeing that it is. Unfortunately, hearing what Ayara said, the only ability I have that would do that cannot be used on...
I imagine we were speaking in Jawa.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, my response would have been in Galactic Basic.
Oh, never mind, sorry. I was speaking in Jawa because I'm incapable of speaking in Galactic.
But unfortunately, the ability that I could use cannot be used on droids or constructs. So I will go up to it and through all the attacks, it's shown that it's not had a shield or anything, correct?
Nope.
Can I look for a reset button?
Yeah, making an... Yeah, this is an investigation check.
I'm actually okay at this. A 14.
Yeah, it's not that hard to locate. It's actually right on like the back of the arch neck.
She will press the reset button.
It just goes limp. With it going limp, you are all technically out of combat.
Beautiful.
Fiddling with it.
That is not surprising.
I'm going over and helping with my Astrotex implements any way that I can.
We are fiddling with it. In the
I'm
plural now?
I'm just shrugging my shoulders. Like, meh.
I'm just making notes on my data pad for mission reports.
Okay.
I have my lightsaber still out in case anything untoward happens.
Oh, I have my sword out. I have my vibro blade out. Vibrator in one hand, sword gun in the other, just in case it reactivates itself and you can either get
Oh,
shot or it can get sliced to pieces.
and if anyone notices, my lightsaber blade is the same color as my skin.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Which is, remind me again. I'm sorry, I'm forgetful as hell.
A
Purple.
very vibrant lilac.
Ooh, pretty.
Okay.
I guess I could have looked at the screen, but I was entering something into my sheet.
With that being said, for actually Astrid and Balladeer specifically, you have a particular background with these droids. Not directly so, but you know of them.
Oh.
The Sith Mark 1 destroyer was heavily used during the Alderaan Cold War of the Old Republic days. During the invasions and such of that, any remaining droids to this day and age have been scrapped, melted down, or destroyed. The fact that there is one here in relatively decent condition means someone either has a lot of money, a lot of pull, or is doing something incredibly illegal, or a good combination of all three.
I will go to AR. Tell our Jawa friend that they should be careful with this droid. It is of Sith make.
This asshole knows I understand her, right?
The good Master of Lack understands Galactic Basic, but lacks the required body parts to adequately make the sounds.
Understood.
I'm sorry, did you
Is
say
this made? Lovely.
you said the Alderaan Civil War, right? As in like the one that's actually referenced in the MMO, correct?
Yes.
Just trying to gauge the age.
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah,
It's
it's like 3,000
yeah,
years. Yeah, it's
it's thousands of
3,000-ish years
old.
ago.
But even like by today's standards in this High Republic era, it doesn't make them any less dangerous. They're certainly not the most advanced things, but
I have an above board question. Would Balladeer have one of those long distance communicators that the Jedi are known to have?
You mean a Gillette razor?
Oh God, why'd you have to remind me of those?
I will never unsee that now. But yes.
I will transmit a report to the I forgot her name already,
Master
sorry.
Ava or Chris.
To Master Chris about finding a Sith battle droid on Shaddaa.
Well, they may have been a Sith battle droid, but now they're going to be a friend.
Lax, what, is there anything written on any of its parts?
DM.
Well,
I can translation program it if I don't understand it.
okay. there are clear markings of like carved in markings that you don't quite understand. Ancient for sure. But the way they're all built and kind of slightly dented in a bit, it's this looks like someone found effectively a box that had one of these things in it and just decided to use it. Not a refurbished piece, but rather something they found.
Alright, so the droid is effectively out of box. Is it in bad condition, or...
Oh no, it's in incredibly decent condition. It's well tended to.
Well, I have to wonder what old world or junkyard that they dragged this out of.
I can attempt to determine that while I am also attempting to recalibrate this thing's IFF.
Okay.
Can I assume it has this capability. I'm taking stills of it and like pictures of it with my data pad.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
I would also like to give myself the potent aptitude dice.
Okay.
On the plus side, it's generally agreed upon that the makers of these particular items should be extinct. Just begs the question as to where and how they found it.
There are many old outposts in old Sith territories that have not been fully catalogued.
Well, while that's fair and concerning, in general, specifically, this is rather concerning that one was found with actual weapons and clearly accessed, so that is... Aren't their old worlds known for traps and quite a bit of danger?
You are starting to continue to attract a crowd, just so you're aware.
I mean, we can pull this thing
Gunfight
into
in
the alley.
street and literally everyone just watched is pretty much what
Yeah,
happened.
Oh,
let's move this thing somewhere
also,
else, please.
I have a question, Joe, that I will send you if this gets me anything.
Are AR and I going to be rolling separately, or are they going to be considered assisting me in like the help action?
They can be considered assisting unless they want to do something separate from that.
No, I'd be using a help action.
Should I just roll my Astrotech implements, or is there something else that I have to do?
No, you can just roll the Astro. That's fine.
Okay. Then I'll be rolling with advantage. So that's a 21. That's actually a 23. To attempt to determine this thing's origin and recalibrate its IFF and fix anything that we... Well, actually, the only person that hit it was Koth, so, right? Korth, sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm attempting to determine its origin, fix the IFF, and fix up that vibroblade. Strike.
Okay. Origin, you truly don't know. Like Baladur was saying, could have been from an old Sith outpost that hasn't been fully cataloged, and it's not unsurprising that large name mercenaries or guilds of that degree go out there for a big haul. It's just a very high risk, high reward situation. A lot that do that don't come back. As far as reprogramming it, that's not that difficult to do. Its hardware is fairly simple overall, and this thing is, well, as far as a droid goes, it's not that smart. It's pretty stupid. It's
Is
not.
it smart enough to be unshackled, essentially?
It would
Or
be
would it be better
advised
to
to
just,
have a
like...
kill switch if you do.
We can do that later when we're not in public. When it's just me and AR.
Okay.
For now, we'll just make it friendly.
Okay.
To us.
Continuing on your way with a Sith droid in tow, or reassessing?
Should we return it to the Endurance, or should we take it with us?
I think it would probably attract too much attention, and it would probably be better for it to be on the Endurance.
May I ask how long of a round trip that will make it? Just so we have an estimation of time.
Maybe a couple hours.
I will say, there is some intimidation factor in having this thing following us. AR is also intimidating, but this thing is only guns.
On that point, are the guns on it older weapons, or have they been retrofitted to be more modern weapons?
They've been a little retrofitted for the most part. Not so much to do. There's new like blaster tech on it, just things to make them more efficient. Cooling coils and things like that.
And more modern blaster crystals.
Yeah, that's about it. They can't really update the blasters themselves just because of how integration works for these models.
And in binary, I'm going to ask what its designation is.
It gives you a series of numbers, just like a serial number effectively. It doesn't actually have, like, a particular name or anything like that.
Can I either have the string of numbers or a shortened form?
I'll give you the first 4.
Thank you. Just because it would be... Vlax wouldn't just, like, continue to refer to this thing as an object.
Yeah, this...
Indefinitely.
The first 4 numbers are 6-32-4. Plus another string of 10 other numbers.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I will welcome it aboard.
So you are headed back to the Endurance then?
I think that was I don't know what the taller folks decided.
Well, if it's only a couple hours.
Yeah, well, now we'll just go back to the Endurance, drop it off, and then head back.
And always take a speeder to make up for last time.
Yeah, because we're drawing, I don't know about you guys, but we're drawing a crowd, and a crowd draws attention, and will draw attention to whoever we're supposed to meet, and maybe scare them off, which is not what we're trying to do.
Well, let's get going.
All right. Making your way back to the ship port. The Endurance is currently still docked at the skyport here. Its crew is, or at least a portion of them, are out. The bridge crew, and it looks like maybe an engineer or mechanic are discussing with one of the dock workers here, arguing mostly.
Do we get a reaction from the Trandoshan in charge?
The Trandoshan does have a reaction. Surprise is probably a good one, but they're doing a pretty good job of hiding it from most others.
Black?
Hmm?
Oh,
Nope.
sorry. Black, would it be preferable if you put it in the cargo hold that they've designated as my temporary office, or would you have it in another space?
Do we have our own space?
Oh yeah, you have separate quarters and stuff.
All right, I'll stash it and then I'll stash it in our quarters.
As you approach the Endurance, there is a white hot flash across each of your eyes, a burning sensation, and a intense heat. As first your vision goes, and then you feel your feet leave the ground. You're airborne, you're pretty sure. There's no sound, and sight is slowly fading back towards you before impacting the ground. All of you that have more organic components begin to hear a painful, high-pitched ringing in your ears as the Endurance front and center half has been blown outwards. But we will see where that leads next session.
Ah,
You, Eric, camoed us.